right, ladies and gentlemen, this one is kind of controversial. All of the stuff I'm about to say is my own opinion. Y'all might think differently. This is my own opinion. So, Billboard and Vibe magazine dropped a numbers 1 through 10 of their top 50 greatest rappers, and there are also the other numbers as well, all the way to 50. So I'm gonna start like this. And say 1 through 7 is dang near almost everybody's top 5 dead or alive. Almost everybody's top 5 dead or alive has at least one of these rappers in it. 1 through 7, no problem. One might even debate and say Tupac, because of the whole lyrically inclined standpoint of it. Because, you have the first 7, I'm not going to lie, are hyenas, lyrical rappers, even Tupac. So there's no problem with that. Like I said, number 4 is debatable. Now the problem is 8 through 10. Now I'm going to tell you what the problem is with 8 through 10. So we're going to start with 8. 8 is Drake. Now, Drake is because of the whole ghostwriting thing, it doesn't, a lot of hip hop purists will say Drake doesn't belong anywhere near the top 10 at all because of the ghostwriting thing or the reference tracks or him taking people's lyrics and reusing them. Some people say Jay-Z don't deserve to be number 1 on this list because he's taken all of number 6 B.I.G's flows and reused it, right? Even though Jay-Z himself has said, "Hey, I'm paying homage," and he hasn't only done that with just Biggie's bars. He's done that with other rappers who came up in the same class or the same era as him. So that might be debatable, but it's way different with Drake. Drake has actually paid for people's bars before. So hip hop purists are gonna be like, what would even fathom somebody even putting Drake on here? Now I'm gonna go back to the same thing I said when I first started the video, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm gonna be like, is this based on like sales numbers or is this based on actual like rapping ability and skill? Because numbers, like I said, 1 through 7 indicate that we're talking about bars. We're talking about actual like skill versus the numbers. So with that in mind, I could go as far as to say Drake doesn't deserve to be number 8. He doesn't deserve to be number 8. Maybe he deserves to be on this list, but I don't think he should be number 8. All right, moving on. Number 9. Now this one is also debatable because he's in somebody's top 5. I wouldn't be shocked if I heard somebody say that Snoop Dogg is in their top 5. I'm going to go ahead and say that like early Snoop Dogg, Death Row Snoop Dogg should be, that's when he was like, rapping. Like, I feel like 90s Snoop Dogg. If we just talking like 90s Snoop Dogg, then yes. I don't feel like he should be in the top 10. Again, like I said, I don't feel like somebody like Snoop Dogg should be in the top 10 because we talking about hyenas in the top 10. So I wouldn't necessarily put Snoop Dogg in the top 10. He'd probably be in the top 20 maybe. Um but he mostly he mostly stopped really like spitting to me, honestly, after I would say after probably after Death Row or after probably No Limit. Honestly, he just started doing like mostly like I feel like a mixture of like pop rap and marijuana rap, pretty much. So I wouldn't really like I said, I wouldn't put him anywhere near a top 10 because it's we working with hyenas here. And then number 10 is probably gonna be like the most controversial to most people who have like looked at this list. Now I'm gonna keep going back to it. The thing I asked, is this based on numbers or is this based on skill? Now I'm gonna go on and say that Nicki Minaj can rap. She can rap. However, I don't think this female rapper should be up here. I'm not gonna say that I don't think a woman shouldn't be in the top 10, like a female rapper shouldn't be in the top 10. There should be at least two female rappers in the top 10, in my opinion. But I don't think Nicki Minaj is anywhere near a top 10, in my opinion. Like I said, maybe top 20. Um, over that's crazy. Over other incredible female rappers, over Missy Elliott, over Foxy Brown, over Queen Latifah. She's number 10 over all those female rappers. That's crazy. I don't know that that should have even. I don't know this. I just feel like that this she shouldn't be there in a room full of hyenas like that. But we're gonna go on. This is 11 through 20. Um, let's see here. This is another list of hyenas. It's a little bit of a mixture here because you have somebody who I don't really regard as like the best rapper at 11. Of course, 12 is a GOAT, no matter what. 13, GOAT. 14, GOAT. 15, course. Of course. Of course. I really feel like Cole should be at 11 and Kanye should be at 15. That's just me. That's just me. That's what I think. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't destroy me. But that's what I think. I think Cole should be at 11 and Kanye should be at 15 just because of him not being like the most strongest rapper. Kanye is not the strongest rapper. He's more of a he's more of a hey, let me produce hits type of guy. He's not really a rapper first. He's more of a I feel like he's more of like a in the moment, hey, let me get a hit together type guy. Versus Cole, who's more of a spitter, you know, more of a spitter, more of caring about the lyrical aspect of what he does on a song versus chasing a hit. That's what I think. Scarface. Okay, so like I said that J. Cole should be at 11 and Kanye should be at 15. I I don't I honestly this is really hard. This is a really hard list. This part of the list is really hard. I ain't gonna lie. It was really hard to like put together. Um, if you really looking at the list, like for the most part, from 1 to 20 minus a couple people, you have a bunch of like actual spitters, you know. So Scarface, great, go. 50 Cent, One might say yes, one might say no. I grew up listening to 50 Cent, so of course he deserves to be at that spot. Ice Cube, oof, man, somebody else might put Ice Cube on the other in 1 through 10. Honestly, I feel like he should be at 1 through 10. He should probably be in Snoop Dogg's spot. I think Ice Cube should be in Snoop Dogg's spot, and Snoop Dogg should take Ice Cube's spot at 18. Um, I'd probably take Scarface and put him in Drake's spot because a lot of people followed like Scarface's blueprint, and he never really got credit for it with the whole funeral type album concept setting with I believe it's Mr. Scarface, The World Is Yours, I believe. People kind of took that blueprint and like ran with it and nobody ever gave him credit for that. So just not even just that, but the fact that like the lyrics as well, like Scarface's lyrics are out of this world. So I feel like Scarface should be where Drake's number is, which is number 8. And Ice Cube should be at number 9 and Snoop Dogg should be at 18. That's just me. Missy Elliott, dang, she's another one. Another she's not even just like a rapper, she's an artist. She's an artist, honestly. If I had to choose like one woman to put in the top 10, mm, just off of creativity, I'd probably trade her over and bring Nicki Minaj to 19. Big Daddy Kane, he's somewhere in 1 through 20. Some people put him at 5. Some people put him at 5, some people put him at 1. Um I don't know. I mean, but he does like these spots right here, most of this is hyena. Like I said, most of this is hyena. Um we're gonna just move on because this is really getting tough, honestly. I don't know. I really would like to wonder like how did they make this? Like, did they really actually do this list, or was this like an AI thing? Was AI like? Did they put this? Did they just take a bunch of names and like put it through AI and see what the best outcome was? I wonder. So we're gonna keep going. Okay, man, it's another list of hyenas. Another list of hyenas, and they all deserve to be here, except one, in my opinion, Lauren Hill. I don't think Lauren Hill deserves to be on this list at all. I don't know how Lauren Hill ends up on any list that has to do with greatest of all time. I'm not saying she's not a great artist. Keyword artist. Keyword artist. It's from 21 through 29 is all rap. All rap. This is all spitters. Hot fire hyenas. And you got Lauren Hill at the bottom of this. You get something may adding up here. Something doesn't add up when we get to Lauren Hill because she's not really in the same vein as the rest of these brothers up here. Salute to her though. I'm not saying she's whack or anything like that. I'm just saying I don't think she needs to be on this list at all. So we're gonna keep on going. All right. Okay. Wow. This is crazy. No. This is crazy. Who did like what person did this? What person did this, bro? You got Lil Kim at 31, T.I. 32, Busta Rhymes, Chuck D, Future. Future at 35. Yasin Bey, aka Most Def at 36. Common at 37. Gucci Mane at 38. Ludacris at 39, and Dr. Dre at 40. Now here's my problem. Okay. All right. So from 31 to 34, it's all right. I really feel like Chuck D should be in the top 20. That's just my opinion. Future does not need to be on here. Yet again, we're talking about rappers and hyenas, and y'all are like Billboard and Vibe decided to just stick artists with spitters. It's not computing very well. Future is a artist. He does something completely different from 31 through 31 to 37 and 39. Does something totally different in a different lane. Don't even need to be up here. Future, I would take him out. I would take him out because is this off of impact, or is this off of impact and culture, or is this off of like how good somebody can rap? I'm gonna keep asking that question because y'all have like a majority amount of like lyrically inclined people on this list. So I'm taking Future out at 35. He's not there. I'm also taking Gucci Mane off. I mean, because first y'all sticking artists on here, then y'all sticking people in because of impact and culture, which that's what Gucci Mane is. He's impact and culture. He is Atlanta. He is Atlanta, and a lot of people are influenced by his music inside of Atlanta, and well, not even just Atlanta, just the South in general. But I would take him off as well because he's not really lyrical like that. He's not really lyrical like that. He's more, I don't even know how to explain his style. There's no way to explain his style. Um, but I just don't think it's right to have him in the same list as all of these guys because he does a totally different type of rap music. Ludacris, of course, he deserves to be there. Of course, he deserves to be anywhere on this list. Doesn't matter. Dr. Dre is more of a producer. Yet again, it's another case of a producer who somewhat raps, and Dr. Dre doesn't even really rap like that. He don't even he doesn't even have like a. To me, I don't really think take him as a rapper. He's more of a kind of like a Kanye. He's more he's more susceptible to putting together great pieces of music, great hits and great pieces of music, but that's more artist worthy than that is like, hey, let me spit bars worthy. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel about Dr. Dre. I feel like he's more of like a create the moment type of create the atmosphere, create the moment type of like artist. They keep putting artists on here versus the bar spitters. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna keep on going here. So 41 through 50. Um, I am gonna go ahead and say that Redman should be closer to 1 through 20. Jadakiss, that's a travesty. I don't know why he's at 46. I don't understand that at all. I also think E40 should be a little closer to 1 through 20. Bun B should be closer to 1 through 20. Um, MC Light should be closer to like a much lower part of this list. Honestly, she shouldn't be all the way here, all the way up here. Um, Let me see here. Rev Run should be somewhere around 30. instead of almost dead last. Let me see here. Yeah, man, that's as far as like I could tell you. That's that's pretty much it. So that's how I feel about it. It says here, this is from Billboard. It says in determining these rankings, the Billboard and Vibe editorial team opted first to limit the rap arena to North America. So, for example, as estimatable as his career is, British rapper Slick Rick isn't on this list. We also opted not to include the significant contributions of reggaeton and dancehall MCs on this list, just to keep our pool of nominees a little more focused, whatever the hell that means. From there, the teams took into account the following criteria, not in any particular order: body of work. Okay, so let me read this again. From there, the team took into account the following criteria, not in any particular order: body of work, achievements, charted singles, albums, gold, platinum certifications, cultural impact, influence. How's the artist's work fostered in the general evolution, longevity, years at the mic, lyrics, storytelling skills, and flow vocal prowess? Okay, so they took all of that into account and they still didn't do a good job. They still didn't do a good job. They took all of those things, those criterias, and still didn't do a good job. And then they opted out people from that are not American. Yeah, this wasn't it. This wasn't it. This wasn't it. For the most part, they got all the hyenas. They got a good amount of hyenas on the list. But yeah, they screwed up. They screwed up big time on it, and yeah, yeah. I feel like this is gonna go viral for all the wrong reasons, in my opinion. That's just what I think.